Good afternoon, Colorado. Welcome to today's episode of Local Biz Buzz. I'm your host, Larry Hers, and today in studio, all the way from Castle Rock, Colorado, I have Bob and Sam with Bearded Man Coffee.
That's right.
I'm like, did I get all that right? Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
You did. Damn straight. Even without a cup of coffee this morning, I still
We're
got
going
it.
to work on that right now.
All right. For people who don't know who you are, give them a little history of yourselves and your company.
Sure, my name's Bob. I been in the cattle business for the last 20-some years of my life and got out of the cattle business during COVID and hooked up with my buddy Sam Boyer to acquire coffee roasting companies and some other fellas, and this is kind of our little passion project, and Bearded Man Coffees is our baby.
When did Bearded Man start and where?
Bearded Man started in 2017 as an e-commerce company, and not very long after that we acquired it, and we've been growing it, and we're really excited about it. This has been a great year already for us, and we like to say we're changing people's lives with coffee. Everywhere from the kitchen to the campsite, we can provide a great custom craft coffee experience at home or while you're camping or anywhere you enjoy coffee.
Sam, what's your background?
You know, I've been doing coffee for about 50 years, and it's been an incredible adventure through several different companies, and doing Bearded Man Coffee today. It's been a great process of actually discovering for myself how to make coffee taste good. So when I was about 25, I was trying to drink coffee with the cream and sugar and all that stuff. And I said, why can't this taste good? And so my dad and I, my brother, we started Brothers Coffee, and we started creating new flavors and really expanding coffee from a caffeine delivery to a beverage. And that's sort of when we started doing flavors coffee back in the 80s. So it was a while ago. But from that process, we've grown several companies pretty successfully, and this is just a continuation of that fun adventure. Now we have infusions. We don't have flavors.
So what's the difference?
Well, flavors tend to overwhelm the taste buds, kind of lays on your mouth, and you can't get rid of that taste. That's way too much flavor. So what we do is infuse the coffee. And what that does is allows sort of a hint of what you're trying to present to someone. So they have the coffee experience, but it's with an infusion of just a little bit of these other attributes: turmeric, cinnamon, cayenne, lots of unusual kinds of flavors.
Is that normal? You guys know at home, and now they know that I'm not a coffee expert. When you go to a Starbucks, do they have it infused?
No, they don't. They don't do it the way we do it.
Okay.
We have some very special products and very special infusions. And once you taste our turmeric, cinnamon, or a cayenne, it's an incredible experience. People really, really like it. So they always come in the store down at Castle Rock saying, I don't want any flavored coffee. And then we hand them a cup, and they go, oh, wait a minute, I'm going to change my mind.
So you mentioned the store in Castle Rock. Tell them about that store, where it's located, and what the concept of the store is.
Sure, it's at 421 South Perry, and we opened it about not quite a year ago, and sales have just continued to grow, and people come in. We give them free coffee, so for everybody that comes in, so that they can experience some of the things they've never seen before. We have single origins like everyone else, and blends that we customize so you can have a nice, consistent experience. But the infusions are pretty special.
Let's start putting a few of these on the close-up, and you start telling people what the difference is on each one of these.
Sure. Yeah, the Gunslinger, that's from Chiapas, Mexico. That's a beautiful area of southern Mexico. It's a very popular single origin for us. And you'll get a lot of nice bright notes out of that coffee. But it's also very smooth because it's been washed, processed a little bit, which homogenizes that experience a little. Nowadays you have some different types of processing for coffee, so you can create a lot of unique flavors from the same region just by how you process the green coffee before we get it.
Okay, this guy here, Yeti.
Yeah, the Yeti is one of our favorite sellers, and we created that infusion to create a different type of blend for people that just don't expect to have cinnamon and turmeric mixed together in a coffee. So it's actually good for you in a lot of different ways.
That's actually our Yetis are dark cocoa and cayenne,
Yeah.
and that combination people don't consider as something you'd want or as palatable, something for breakfast, but people drink it and say, I don't need the creams or the sugars.
That's so one of the many reasons why I don't drink coffee is everybody's putting all this cream and sugar in it to make it drinkable. Well, then what's the point of it?
Yep.
So you're saying yours doesn't even need it?
No need to make it taste like ice cream.
Is this the same gunslinger?
Yeah, those two are the same. So
Okay, so what'd you just do? You brewed, how'd you brew that?
I did this with this is our campsite brewer. So this is instead of, a lot of people do pour overs today. It's kind of the fourth wave, fifth wave of coffee production at home. This is what I call flash brewing. You don't use paper. It's actually got a metal screen in there that's a nice filter. But you can create a very smooth finished coffee because your contact time with the water is much shorter. So it creates a much more robust flavor without any bitterness because it brews in less than a minute. Whereas when you typically do a paper filter cone system, you spend a minute to pre-wet the filter, you put the coffee in there. It takes a lot longer. It creates a different flavor. So
for people who are not in Colorado or are not in Castle Rock, how can they get your coffee?
We started out as an e-commerce site, so www.beardedmancoffee.com is your easiest way to get the coffee. And we have a promo code, which is OCN, I believe, for all of your viewers.
And what do they get?
I believe that's a 10% off discount. And share the code, use the code, sign up for an auto subscription, and forgive me, I've got my wall. Yeah, so beardedmancoffee.com is your best way to get the coffee. If you're not local to South Denver, of course, come to the store, because like Sam said, anytime you walk through the doors, we're going to hand you a free cup of coffee or a cold brew, a nitro brew, and if you see something on the wall you want to try, we'll pull it off the wall and we'll brew it up for you and let you try it how you do it at home, or we'll show you a different way to do it, whether it's with one of our flash brewers or a French press.
You've got amazing merchandise. Is this stuff for sale in the store?
yep.
It is.
And
the
for
store
shipping?
online. Yep.
And the hats and the...
Yeah, it's all on.
What do you got, jackets?
Yeah.
You got everything.
We have a lot of gear. We like to keep people outfitted. We're kind of coffee outfitters.
Okay. At this point, I want to bring in, we have a new member to the OCN Eats team. Tyler, come on in. And you guys know I don't drink coffee. I've never tried it in my life. Go on in.
Tyler, I'm
So
gonna
it's
put
a
you on the
perfect time to
spot.
introduce you to him.
Okay.
And Tyler will be either co-hosting or hosting these shows in the future, especially when there's coffee guests, which we do have a few more coming, because it's, somebody has to try it and tell them if it's good or not, and I don't know anything
Tyler
about
didn't
coffee.
know this. I was going to serve him coffee, so let's see what he does. Yeah,
So
I
which one
enjoy
did-
coffee. So.
Which one did you give him?
I
This
gave
is
him,
our stubble, which is
stubble.
which is what we call our signature blend.
Stubble.
Stubble.
Yeah.
What I've got.
Oh, yeah. Never done that. So that is super strong, but how smooth is that?
That's very nice. It's not too bitter, which I'm a fan of, honestly.
That's what I picture coffee as, is
Yeah.
bitter.
It's not all bitter. If you start trying it.
Yeah.
All right.
It is really nice.
Yep. Good.
Does it have, what kind of notes does it have? You getting cocoa on the nose? Are you getting...
A little bit of
Tropical?
a little bit of stubble, I think.
That's a special process we use.
All right, so we got a 10% code. Just put in
OCN.
OCN, go to their website, www.beardedman.com.
Bearded Man Coffee.
Bearded Man Coffee, good thing. All right. And we will be posting this video on our Instagram, collaborating with you guys, so be on your Instagram as well. What did we forget?
I think we covered everything.
I guess we say
Yeah.
let's drink.
Let's drink.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Enjoy your coffee.
Cheers.
Thanks for coming on, guys. Good
Thanks,
to meet
Larry.
you.
Appreciate you.
We have no show tomorrow, but we'll be back Thursday for What's for Lunch. Enjoy your coffee, gentlemen.
That's a 10.
Oh, look at him stealing my line.